Howdy, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be here with me this evening. Monday evening, November 8th, 2021. Here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate and super fun proprietary trading tools. And we are so confident in how well our tools work and our ability to train you to use them that we offer a guarantee. And that guarantee is that once you've been trained, we will let you trade with company money and split what you make. In this session, we do a couple different things. So let me get rid of this gum. We do a couple different things. We've got over a dozen different trade signals, and I'm going to focus on two that I like, something called the 10-point trade and the thick orange line trade if we've got some time at the top of the hour. 10-point trade, we are basically trying to get all the lines to line up. And on the thick orange line trade, we are trying to catch a little scalp trade when the market gets a little overextended in one direction or the other. With that, we need to start by listening to this guy. What do we do with him? We don't need this. Come on. We don't need this. We need this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Blah, blah, blah. Well, one of the reasons we do these live trades is so that you can see how accurate the tools are for yourself and make your own judgment. I've been trading about 3 years. Only difference between me and you is I've learned how to read the indicators, and I've gotten good at the risk and money management. And those two things are the key to you being successful. And I will tell you in the beginning, I wasn't that great at the risk and money management. So it took me a little bit to get that. And in the beginning, I did lose money at it. So, but another great thing about the program is we do these live trades. So you can come on, watch a good trader do their thing, and then you can copy the trade and see how accurate it is, in addition to learning whatever specific trade that trader is using. The yellow portion here is the access for the light members doing the trial. The green portion here is the access for regular members, in addition to the purple session here. As you see, we do trades in the morning, we do trades in the evening, and historically on these trades, we net about 150 pips a week. So in the beginning, while you're kind of getting your sea legs, you've got trades to copy and move forward with. I like to work off of a checklist and this routine. First thing I always do is make sure the charts are current, and the MetaTrader 4 is current. Today, and I did that before we came on. Good practice is always to review your trades at the end of the day. and figure out what you did wrong and what you could have done better. If you're doing that 5-minute trade, that becomes a little harder because you're taking so many of them. But I'm trading off of an hour chart, and you could trade off of a 2-hour chart, a 4-hour chart, a day chart. Doesn't matter. The signal works the same way. Only difference is you got to wait a little longer for the trade to close. When I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart, I am usually looking for between 5 and 30 pips, and my sweet spot tends to be 10. And the reason being is if you look on a my principal trade is on the euro dollar. On a 1-hour chart, the support and resistance lines are about 30 pips apart. So if we're kind of in the middle of the chart somewhere, I may have 15 pips up or 15 pips down till I hit that support line. So that 10 pip spot becomes the highlight. If you were looking for my trade tonight, you noticed it didn't come out. It didn't come out because there was a big spread on the euro dollar. It was well over 10 pips. And I'm not going to take a 10 pip trade when the spread is 10 pips. Also, when the spread is that big, it screws up the indicator. The indicator's off. So I can't get quite as good a read. I'm not going to show you the read, but I'm going to tell you what the trade is now, and then I'll send out the email. I'll send out the email in just a few minutes or when we're done with the trade. But the trade right now is a buy. Let's see. We got to fix. Oops. Let's do it this way. A buy. I've got $10,000 in this demo account, so I'm going to use a 1.1 lot size. It's going to be a market buy. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or take profit. And then I'm going to add my stop loss and take profit by right-clicking, going to stop loss and take profit. I'm going to just tell you what the numbers are. The stop loss, the buy, or the take profit is 1.16029. 029. And the stop loss is going to be 1.15414. So we're going for a 16 pip take profit tonight. So stop loss is 1.16029. Stop loss is 1.15414. Now, so that's going to be tonight's trade that I send out, and I will send it out after we get off of this trade. But I didn't have enough time to write it up when the spread changed. So with that, let us go back to our analysis. We are technical traders. Being technical traders, we always want to know what the news is, because the news impacts currency pairs. So we do that by going to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com is over here. And this breaks down news into 3 categories: low impact, which is the yellow; medium impact, which is the orange; and red impact, which is or red, which is high impact. So we got nothing to worry about. I really worry about just the red ones. So we've got nothing to worry about till tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. when the dollar has some information coming out, and then at 9 o'clock, Chairman Powell speaks. Any trade we take tonight will be closed well before morning tomorrow, and that trade that I just gave you will probably close around 2 or 3 in the morning. So we've got nothing to worry about. So let's get into our analysis. And the analysis is we're going to start with this light 6 major chart, which is one of the green charts or one of the standard green charts. I like to call this a composite chart because it's showing us 6 different currency pairs all in a 1-hour chart. It being the indicators work much better when it's an active market on at least one of the pairs, ideally both of the pairs. But right now it's non-prime time for the US, but it is approaching prime time for the Australian dollar. So we will take a look at it. I start with the middle chart. This is for the 10-point trade. I am looking for situations where we are either oversold below the red line or overbought where the lines are above the blue line. And when they're below the red line, I want them all pointing up. And we have the minors, which are the black and gray lines pointing up. The majors aren't quite there yet. So I'm going to pass. They're just about, they're very close, but not quite there. And you know, I try to be a little bit more conservative than most. You only need 2 or 3 good trades today. Today, I only took 1 trade. One of the keys is I don't always have to be trading. I don't want to take trades that are going to lose money, so I'm looking for higher percentage trades because it means there's less work I've got to do. So I'd rather take less and be more right. My accuracy is around 80%. We're going to skip the euro dollar, even though this is kind of a good signal here, because euro dollar, you know, it's midnight in Europe. Same with the pound dollar. Same with the U.S. Canadian dollar. This is another good signal here, but the volume is going to be slow, so I don't want to take it right now. Dollar Swiss franc again off time. U.S. dollar yen. It is approaching morning time in Japan. We are in the middle of the channel here, and the majors are more than halfway through. So we're going to pass on this. Now, I didn't open all the charts because last time I do that, it seems to cause it causes us problems. So I'm just going to open up one chart at a time. What I've done is basically I've cloned this chart, and then I've just made 6 different new currency pairs. I've just changed the pair, so it's still a 1-hour chart. These pairs are all non-US. So let's take a look. Euro pound off market off prime time on both of these pairs. Australian dollar yen. This is prime time for both. We are oversold. Minors didn't really get to the majors didn't get to the oversold portion, but that would be okay, but they're not really going up. These are sideways. I want everybody going up. And if I don't have everybody going up, I don't have to look at the rest of the chart. I'm looking for something specific. When I see it, I know to take the trade. Euro Canadian dollar. This is actually a very nice setup. If this were prime time, I'd like this trade. All the lines are nice and tight. We've got good steepness on the green line, and we're just entering the trade. So this is an ideal setup for the majors and minors. But again, since it's Euro Canadian dollar, we're going to pass. Australian New Zealand dollar prime time again for both these pairs. But again, we're in the middle of the channel. The reason I want to catch it on this side is so that I can get the run all the way through the channel. Here, I'm not quite as sure how much of the run is going to be left. So I'm going to pass. Euro or pound yen. Yen is prime time. Overbought, still going up. Euro Australian dollar. Euro is, Australian dollar is prime time, but we're more than halfway. This would have been nice to catch right down here when it first crossed over. How much is this worth? Just out of curiosity. It would have been a 21 pip run. So nothing there. So let's go to the next pair. So 6 majors, 3. Again, another 6 currency pairs. And the nice thing is all of the chart works with them all. So if I see the setup, I can confidently take it any time. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought going up. Euro, New Zealand dollar in the middle of the channel, more than halfway, so we're going to pass. Pound New Zealand dollar, we are overbought and still going up. New Zealand dollar, yen. All right, we're oversold. Everybody's going up. Minor or majors are just reaching the halfway point. This is okay to me. I like this because if you look at the green line, less steep and then more steep. There's like a little kink right here. It got a little bit more steep. So the steeper this green line, the more I like the trade. This setup is okay. Then I'm going to go up. So when I get 3 points here, the 3 points are one. We were oversold and everybody's going up. That's the second point. And the third point is the green line is over the red. So it's crossed over the red and the gray line is crossed over the black. So I got 3 points here. Then I am going to look at my TNTs. And what I'm trying to do with this section is I want to confirm what I'm seeing in this section because each of these sections measures something different. And if I get agreement across all 3 sections, I've got a good trade. Orange line, thick orange lines going up, thin orange is going down. I want to have 3 of these lines in agreement. Thick blue is going up. Blue going up means sell. So it's inversely related. So I only have 2 of the 4 lines here telling me buy. Since only 2 of the 4 lines are telling me buy, I'm going to pass. Dollar gold, or gold dollar. Oversold going up. I've got 3 points here. We're oversold. Everybody's going up, and I've got a double cross. I'd like to see the green line a little steeper, but it's okay. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. 3 points here, 3 of the 4 here. Then I want to get some confirmation on the pressure. And I have kind of a slight up pressure, very slight up, weak up pressure. The pressure is weak because the lines are gapped and the slope isn't that great. But I do have 7 points here, 7 points on dollar gold. So 7 points on dollar gold. What needs to happen next is I need to do a little bit more analysis. I want to know where my support and resistance lines are and what the trend is, because that's going to help me figure out how many points I want to take. So unlike the trade that we show the lights, that 5-in-1 trade where it's a specific number of pips, here we got to calculate how many pips is the trade worth. So this is like learning how to do this calculation. And one of the many calculations is one of the reasons you need additional training. So let me just write this down here. So remember XAU, USD. And so first thing I want to do is I want to look at a clean chart. So you guys have already made some money when this hits because this is already going up. So I'm going to put XA, or what is it? XAU, USD. Now this is something I normally trade. Gold bounces around quite a bit. It's volatile, which is one of the reasons I don't like it. But if you've got the risk tolerance for it, you can score a lot of pips. So to do support and resistance, basically I'm looking for spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So I'm going to drop a line in. where I see some natural stopping occurring. All right, so right in here, and right in here, in here, in here, over here. And I'm going to put a couple lines above and a couple lines below. Right in here, stopping in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped here, stopped here. We still need to go above because the price is further up. I started too low. You know what? I'm actually seeing the whole chart here. Oh, so we're really in the wrong place. So let's go up here. Stop right here, stop right here, stop right here. Let's go above that. And about here, so it stopped here and kind of over here. And let's get one below. So right in here, right here, right here, right here, over here. And how would you define this trend last 2 days? Got a real big uptrend here. So knowing that we've got a big uptrend, I want to know, I'm going to pull this back out so I can see the lines a little better. And let's pull this down, pull it out. I want to know how many pips I have on each side of this. So 6.41, 6 and 3/8, 6.1 and 3/8, 6.4, 6.4 and 3.8. So let's go back. Ooh, we're losing this a little bit. So the next thing I want to do is I know how much I've got up and down, so I want to look at the different time periods. So here's the setup we were just looking at. This is kind of pushing me off a little bit. It's gone more sideways than up. And now this is definitely taking it away from me. So I'm looking at the 2-hour chart. To get my support here on the 1-hour chart, I want to see these lines oversold also. And on the 4-hour chart, I want to see these lines oversold. Because if these are oversold and these are oversold, and they don't necessarily have to be going up like they are here, I just want them to be oversold. Because if this is wrong, then we'll make it up in the 2-hour or the 4-hour. Because if it's oversold, it's going up eventually. But right now, I'm overbought on the 2-hour and overbought on the 4-hour. So this is telling me we're coming down, and I'm way overbought. I don't necessarily pay as much attention to the day chart when I'm taking a 1-hour trade, but we're way overbought here. So I don't like this. We're going to pass. But the reason being is I wanted these lines down here, and I don't have it. But I have to like kind of walk through all of this. Taking a buy when it's at a high, it scares me off a little bit. Like I prefer to take a buy when we're somewhere around here versus somewhere around here. So we're going to pass. So with that, we've got 5 minutes left. I'm going to see, we did an analysis for the 10-point trade, but now I'm going to switch over and do a thick orange line trade to see if we can find a quick little scalp that doesn't take as much brain power or time. And basically what I'm doing is I am looking at where this thick orange line is and the number that's associated with it, which is here. This number is scaled. When it is at as low as it can go, it is at 0. When is it as high as it can go, it is at 10. When it's at 0, it's telling us it doesn't think there's any more down in the movement. And when it is at 10, it's telling us it doesn't think there's any more up in the movement. So if there's no more up in the movement, that's a good sell time. So this is what I'm looking for first. And when I see it, then I'm going to go to part B of the analysis, which is where are these lines? Do they support what I'm seeing here? So 2 isn't close enough, 4 isn't close enough, 4 isn't close enough, 5 isn't close enough. I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either. 6 isn't close enough, 5 isn't close enough. Let's go to the next ones. 3 isn't close enough. 1 isn't close enough. I want it to be under 1. 5 isn't close enough. 3.4 or 3.8 isn't close enough. No. Let's go to the next group. 4.3, no. 6.3, no. 8, no. 3, no. 3, no. 9.7. Ugh. We can't, not all of you can trade this. This is a good signal. This is Bitcoin. I'm not going to take a trade on Bitcoin because many of you can't trade it unless you're taking the Bitcoin course. This is within 1 of 10, and all of these lines are way up. And what happens is when it gets pulled out like that, it's like a little rubber band. So when the candle changes in a minute, there'll be a little snapback, and we'll catch that little snapback, and it's worth 5 pips. But let's see if we find, I've got 2 more charts that we can look through. And it just, this analysis only takes, as you can see, 5 seconds to go through each chart. So let's take a look. Three, no. 4, no. 4, no. 7, no. 5, no. 4, no. One more chart. Let's see. And we're going to go to number 5. Don't save. That Bitcoin class, by the way, is terrific. If you want to, we got 5 seconds. 2, 1, 0. We're at 0 here, but these lines aren't down far enough. I want to see them further down. We've got 0 here. These lines are actually pretty good. But you know what's wrong with this? This is a indice. This last chart is indices. And the stock exchange is closed. So this one doesn't work at this time of day because the indices are closed. So we didn't get anything tonight, gang. So part of the goal is to just kind of teach you how I look at things, and the more you can pick up at how I look at things, the better you'll be. So, and that sometimes translates into there's no trade. So, and sometimes the best trade we take is the one we don't, because we're not trying to force something. So there's no trade, there's no trade. We looked through two signals. We did it in 30 minutes. We were able to do that 10-point analysis. You can see that once that 10-point analysis, once we get to the part where we have to go through and kind of check everything, that takes maybe 10 minutes to do. That thick orange line, we can scroll through 10 of them or 30 of them in 5 minutes. So we didn't find anything. I did tell you that the trade, which I'm going to put out once we hang up here, is a buy, market buy on the take profit. Now you can take that trade. When I send that out, you can take it so long as it hasn't passed the take profit. So the take profit is 1.16029 and the stop loss of 1.15414. So you guys got a little head start on it, and I'm going to send it out momentarily. Let's see if we got any questions. Chart is not current. Jimmy, which chart? This one, well, this one I kept on current because I wanted to see where it was before I took the trade. But all of the other charts should have been current. All of the other charts should be current. Like this isn't current because the candle changed while we were here, but you hit the little chevron there, it brings it back current. Oh, it was that one. Okay, all is good. Thank you, Jimmy. Yes, Kevin, this is recorded. If you go to, you can get it off the Facebook page or the YouTube page. And the recording will post as soon as we hang up. All right, gang, thanks so much for being here. Trading has changed my life. I've done lots of things, made lots of money, lost lots of money. And I wish I stumbled onto this, 20 years ago. But anyways, you start where you're at. Today's a good day to be trading. I don't like to get too much into the doom and gloom, but there are what do you call it? Storm clouds on the horizon there. Inflation's starting to rear up. If you look at any of the things that measure stock returns, the Buffett thing, and there's another, I forget what they're called, but basically we're more than 2 standard deviations overpriced. When you get 2 standard deviations overpriced, at some point it's going to pull back. So if you got money in stocks, I would start moving it to cash. Problem though is if you got money in cash and there's inflation, that eats away at your buying power. So learning the trade, in my opinion, is a good plan B. So all right, thanks for being here. We're going to do this again tomorrow morning. Since we started the Monday evening trade, I'm noticing about half the time we don't find a good trade on the Monday evening. But the morning trades, usually we always find a good trade. So be with me tomorrow and we'll get one then. All right. Thanks so much. See you then. Bye-bye.